Hello my friends, it's the 27th of December 2014, Mr. Max Bliss in the southwest of France, and we're under a blanket of cloud that when we look on closer examination it becomes more apparent that this is from artificial cloud cover generated from aircraft. We've got planes leaving their persistent spreading contrails, which we believe have a little bit of extra something added to them. We can see there what's really going on in our atmosphere. These clouds are pretty appalling. If we look even closer, we've got odd looking ones there. It really does look quite artificial, and it's appalling, absolutely appalling and disgraceful that pilots don't speak out, that the Met Office people, who are of course complicit in this covert climate engineering and weather modification program, rest assured they will be aware of the changes over the last couple of decades, and it's not due to anthropogenic global warming, which is only a theory. It's due in fact to changes because of this massive climate engineering program. It's huge in scale, predominantly NATO, but basically it would appear that all the world's nations, the governments of each of those nations, have succumbed to the New World Order, and it's just we the people who are yet to wake up and realise we are living in a system, a one world government system. The people have not yet subscribed fully. That is the goal of this covert engineering program, to use programs such as Agenda 21 or Sustainable Development, or its latest name, the United Nations Post-2015 Agenda. This is how close we are to the next major implementation of the next phase of the New World Order's agenda to slave the planet. There is enough open source material, my friends, that it becomes clear that the fear of climate change, which happens all the time, and the fear of global warming, and we've been warmer many times for longer periods before, without all the dire global meltdown scenarios, used as a fear catalyst to get everybody to agree to far-reaching draconian behavioural programs that will enslave humanity. Of course, there are many things which are going wrong with our planet. The consumer materialistic changes in our behaviour has been driven into us by the industrialists and the elites who have been seeking to make huge profits to dominate the world, to create monopolies and corporations and banking systems that completely dominate the world and enslave us through debt slavery. They've changed what we value is important. They've changed those goalposts. They've manoeuvred us into a narcissistic society. They've changed us through Hollywood, through the media, through education. And this can all easily be understood and reversed with a little bit of scrutiny and taking time to understand our position and realise those values that have been given to us are not our natural state. Those are things which have been forced upon us. And if you look at these clouds, you can see, apart from the rapid changes, you can see some sort of frequency going on in those patterns, in those clouds there. I will say this, it's very cold, it's close to freezing at the moment. There's a slight breeze in the air. And I mean, this is the only bit of blue sky. It's what caught my attention in the first place. It's pretty grim all around. It's grey. We can hear planes sometimes. You know, it's pretty full on as normal. Of course, it is a Christmas period, so what do you expect? People travelling around and everything else flying in their planes. But what we can see here in these clouds It's far from normal. It's a new normal. And these contrails, you can see, are spreading out to fill up this last bit of blue sky visible around here. Is that just by coincidence? Looks like there's frequency going on in the atmosphere. And as I've said before, I've got a patent from 1905 from Oliver Joseph Lodge. And his patent is, and he was an eminent physicist of his day. And he was talking about using directing electromagnetic energy at different polarities to alter the weather, to make it rain with negative charge and to clear it with positive charge. And it would appear many other people have been interested in this, and there are even commercial operations running today using this technology. So I'm pretty certain that the powers that shouldn't be, who would investigate the atom bomb and the hydrogen bomb and plutonium bomb and everything else, would certainly be interested in working out how to control the weather, the ultimate weapon. And what do these oligarchs and monarchies and all the obscenely rich people of the world want? They want one world government. They want to have total control of everything, from the smallest nanoparticle to the outer reaches of our atmosphere and beyond. This is what they want, total control of all life. And they will use science to try and implement this full spectrum dominance. And climate change, or the fear of climate change, the threat of some global catastrophe, is the galvanizing global vehicle to get the people of the world to agree to Agenda 21, to 500 new climate laws for 2015, for the United Nations Climate Treaty, which will be a legally binding treaty to tie up all the nations of the world into a direction that leads us to a green communist global state. Because Agenda 21 is a plan to be implemented locally at a global level. No one will be left behind. No nation will be escaping from Agenda 21. And this is why we need to wake up, my friends, and realise that we are witnessing a covert climate engineering program. I mean, clouds are absolutely so vital for climate regulation. They can trap heat in, they can absorb heat, they can scatter light, they can allow shortwave light through, or radiation through. They can trap long wave radiation. Different clouds will let it go, and there's all kinds of different ways. Vapor transport, pressure changes, all kinds of different ways that clouds are used or are essential to climate. And these are not natural clouds. This is not normal. And this is the fruition of well over 100 years of research and development into climate and weather modification. And the powers that be are all working together to ensure that they can have a one world government. This is what it's really about. And yes, Her Majesty's government is certainly at the very forefront. The Anglo-American establishment, they are the ones driving this. Don't forget, France, Germany, Italy, all succeeded a lot of powers, or ceded a lot of powers, because they were, the French government were collaborators with the Nazis. The Nazis lost the war, so Germany's not even an independent nation, still controlled by the Allied powers. Same with Italy. You know, behind the scenes, when nations go to war and they lose, there's something called the spoils of war. Nations give up territories, they introduce new conditions, they give up their power. But they don't necessarily openly declare that to their own people. They carry on with new education systems and systems of indoctrination, so that the people just go on unaware of what's really going on. And what's really going on is that the whole world has capitulated to an elite group of obscenely rich despots who want total control of the world. Doesn't mean they're going to get it though, because we can all wake up and we can all share. This all works by deception, you see. Once you start lifting the veil of deception and everyone believes and can see what's going on, because a lot of people somehow are mind controlled or distracted or whatever it takes to ignore this, but many are waking up, and we need everyone to wake up. Even in the establishment, they need to understand what Agenda 21 is going to mean. It's not a program to save the planet, it's a program to slave the planet. How this has changed. It's just absolutely incredible. No one can see it. Well, only a few. We need everyone to see it, because this is absolutely disgusting. Time to wake up, my friends. Do all you can. 2015 is going to be a big, big year. It's make or break. It's a turning point. Either the New World Order will succeed in conning the masses, or there will be so many converging issues that all the people begin to wake up, including those in the establishment, and the criminals at the top of the pyramid are exposed and they are removed and their systems dismantled, and the people become free. And we develop systems of self-determination, direct democracy, whatever it takes for our emancipation. We work it out. We get rid of the head of the snake, the banks. We get rid of this democracy, not democracy, it's fake democracy, this illusion of democracy, and we implement real democracy. It's time that we really started to realise we don't need to be governed, we can be self-determining, self-governing. We don't need a criminal group of warmongers to tell us what to do, to control us. We the people can work all this out together, my friends. All the people of all around the world. We can share the resources, we can share the technology, we can share this knowledge they deny, this technology that means that the energy barons have a grip on us. We can release all that technology, those patents that have been snapped up or the inventors were murdered. We can share this technology. We can have renewable energies. We don't need their biosciences to produce food. Organic food is the way forward. We don't need massive use of the land for some synthetic fuel. They just create more problems. Take care, my friends. Keep looking up at the skies. Keep researching all you can and share as much information, because that is what's going to make the difference, is people waking up to the truth. Do all you can, because everyone makes a difference. Take care. Bye for now.